What's up, fam? Back on the channel, back on our video series, taking you through the entrepreneurship journey that we have embarked on. This is yet another update. This is week 5? Four? No, it's gotta be 5.
I think it's 5. I think it's 4.
No, we did 4 already, because 4 would have been 4 weeks, you know?
Oh, true, but okay.
All right, this actually might be 6. We'll figure that out and put it right here. Anyway, we got plenty of updates to come this week. What you got?
Okay, first off, I'd like to talk about the Web Constructors show that we did on last Monday.
Yes, how it all works live. We had 4 web designers on the show. Kiki360 Designs, Profound Pixels, Stephen Adetomi, Calendar Lab, Ian Calendar, and of course,
myself,
Kanique from Composition.
Yes.
And it was a great, really informative. In fact, if you haven't checked that out, you should.
Yeah, and we'll put a link so you can go
like
and check that out.
Go, check it out. Okay.
It was great. Enjoyed it. Don't have much more to say other than you gotta go check it out.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else happened this week?
So I've mentioned an opportunity with some friends of mine, Robert Kennedy, several others, to work on a repository of content, enabling churches to really pivot in this time frame, how to push ministry online. So there's some concrete things that have kind of been coming into place, and so now we have a date scheduled for next week where we're going to actually meet, and I believe we're actually going to do a live stream where we talk through some tips and tricks. But this is going to be the impetus, or I guess the kernel, for the larger series. So excited about that, excited to be involved with it, so it should be fun.
And we'll include that as a link as well, so you guys can go check that out.
We'll see. Yes, definitely.
Also, this week, it's really nice when friends from old classmates reach out to you and they say, okay, what do you do? Do you create websites? Like, can you help me with one? And they actually follow through. Like, one of my friends from school, AUC, they actually reached out last week and said, yeah, I need some help with this site. Can you help me? And that same, like the next day, they followed through. We got the contract signed and we have begun working on that site. So I just love it. I love the support from my friends and family, and looking forward to launching that site soon in the next couple of weeks.
She did not mention that they paid. So, all the other parts are nice, but 2 pieces of information is that not only did she pay, she did not ask for a discount.
Yeah.
Listen, folks.
Yes.
Stop asking your friends who have businesses for discounts, especially when they're in this thing for themselves. This is all we have to support ourselves. Okay.
Yeah, I really appreciate
That's my little soapbox.
Yeah.
But we really appreciate friends and family, and everybody else that's out there. Go thou and do likewise. If you need a website, Composition, yourcomposition.com. Come check us out. All right. I also had an opportunity to meet with a local school, small school here in Huntsville that is transitioning, and so they had a bid open for their IT support. Not necessarily a business that I'm really looking to get into, but I had a friend there and they were like, hey, would you mind putting in a bid for our IT support, because we're kind of in the middle of transition. A whole lot of things happening, new buildings, new. All right, so put in a bid for that, and then heard some positive feedback in terms of my numbers look fairly good against the others. So we'll see. No final decision yet, but this would be big.
Yeah, this would be really good.
It would really kind of set the foundation for a number of things that we have going on. Really praying on it though, because if God intends for other doors to open, then I really wanted to close this one. So this is a weird space to be in, but again, it's one of those, we're talking about the entrepreneurship journey. And there are so many things that you can do. You have to really hone in on the things that you must do. Really have to try to focus on what is the best use of your time. You can't just say yes to everything because you're wanting to pay some bills. You really have to, there's a reason why I left my employment from IT work to do what I'm doing now. So really just trying to balance that thing out and seeking God's face on that. So interesting times ahead.
Yeah. this week as well, in my BNI networking meeting, you heard me talk about it all the time. It's great to be in a group of different businesses that, you know, we collab with one another, and when they need, you know, a person to join their team, they will say, I'm looking for so-and-so. And I was really excited that I was able to share that information with members in my church community who are looking for positions. So one person in particular said they needed 3 people for these positions. So I was really excited to say, okay, I got some people I can refer to you so that they can, you know, reach out to you and, you know, talk to them and see if they're a good fit for that business. So I was grateful for that opportunity, being able to be that person.
The name of the game is networking, fam. Each one reach one. Do not, you know, be that person that doesn't share these opportunities with others. Yeah. If you hear something and you think to yourself, that's really not me, be thinking about others in your circle, in your sphere of influence, in your network that may benefit from that. That's a beautiful thing. Another thing for me is an update on that multi-site support bid for web maintenance and security that we put in. Yeah. They haven't come back with a yes, but they've asked us to do an in-person presentation on that bid, and really excited about that. Hoping that actually is scheduled for this coming week, and really hoping that will be the stepping stone for us to be able to secure that business. That is an area that we want to push forward in. We know we want to grow there. Yeah. And I got one more. I don't know if you have anything else.
I do have 2 more.
Oh, wow.
So there is a initiative here in Alabama that they are working to get some wearable devices, you know, with the way how things are going right now with the altercation between police and, you know, different people. They have created a wearable device, and they put up a site where they're talking and explaining what that device is and what it will do and so forth. And they really wanted to have a video that kind of showcased the struggles of Blacks in America. And I mentioned to them the video that Kirk created for our church.
Yes.
And I sent it to them, and they looked at it and they really loved it. Like, they couldn't stop talking about it. So that video is now on their website. So looking forward to, you know, that video reaching out to more people so that they can see it.
It's over 20,000 views on Facebook now, and it's growing on YouTube and other platforms, but it really has been, you know, taking on a life of its own. So it's pretty cool.
And it's just crazy to see how God is just placing different opportunities in our path. Yes. Like, I'm just like, wow, God, that's amazing. So that
is the journey. And I think to an extent, the entrepreneurship journey is one that is very quote unquote uncertain, but that in that uncertainty, God is really able to move. For those who are in the entrepreneurship space that have no thus saith the Lord, who really don't have a God and a savior to really connect with and provide meaning and guidance for their lives, I really don't know how they survive. Yeah. Just wanted to say that. Okay, the last update for me is that we posted a little clip of a speaking engagement that I had done a couple weeks, well, this was 2 years ago. So I posted it on the anniversary of me actually giving that presentation. Just shared it, just again, one of those areas that I want to push in terms of being a public speaker. And got a message from somebody that I've done some speaking for before, and they were like, we want to book you for October. So, you know, all things being equal, we hope that, you know, travel will be open at that time and we'll be able to actually fulfill that engagement. But I am booked for that thing. So it's awesome. A 3-day event, and I'll be speaking all 3 days. So it's going to be fun.
Yeah. And the last thing. So while we lived in South Africa, we started an initiative called Advent Seat.
Advent Seat.
And it was a directory to find churches in the Southern Africa region, but also to post like sermons, music showcases, and that kind of thing.
Right. Find your seat at an Adventist church in that region. So that's why we called it Advent Seat. Yes.
And one of the videos that we had taken off a group hit 39K viewers.
39,000.
And we were just scrolling through YouTube and we're like, oh my goodness, look how many views.
It's crazy.
So we were thinking, I did some researching on our current site to get an idea of how many people are still visiting that site, because we have not touched it in like the last 6 years.
Well, 5 years. Yeah, maybe 6, yeah. We've been in Huntsville for 5 years.
Yeah.
And
we haven't touched that site. And that site is still getting at least 600 viewers per month.
Right.
So we're
That's
like, why aren't
good
we
traffic.
doing something more? So we are going to be working on that project a bit.
We're looking on
We'll
that.
see what the Lord does, and we've got some helpers to help us.
Yes.
Carson and Kenzie.
Yes.
Our little
Put
ones
them-
will be helping us.
Put them on payroll. But that's it for this one, fam. A lot of things going on. Even as we are recording this, I'm thinking about some of the things we have lined up for the coming week and some of the updates we'll probably put in the next video. And I'm just amazed at what God is doing. There is an opportunity in Florida. I don't know if I've mentioned it before. An opportunity for full-time employment at a very prestigious employer, one that has kind of been around for a little bit. We're not really certain what God is doing there, but they reached out this past week, and it just seems like there's an open door. We will see. I don't know, but again, we're taking it day by day, step by step, and we'll see what happens. We're so glad you're here with us. So glad you have subscribed. The kids channel is about to launch pretty soon, and
news.
want you guys to be on for that as well. And thank you so much again for being with us for the journey. Later.
Bye.